Hi, this is Judy Morio, and this is the World of Book Reviews. Thank you for joining me. Today's novel that we're talking about is by best-selling author Shannon Mckenna. The book is entitled Out of Control, and it is quite an intriguing novel. I loved it. It is about a young lady who's dating someone who has gotten himself mixed up in all kinds of gangster-type, technical, outlaw adventures, I guess you'd say. And she's been dating this fellow, and he gets killed. And somehow in his getting killed, they blame her for it. And so she's on the run. And so she's, it's almost like as if she had caught him in a love scene, because not only was he killed, but there was a woman killed at the same time. And they police thought it was something that was from a jealous rage that she killed him and then took off. But she didn't. She didn't have anything to do with the murder. But then she was running from the police, and when she found out that she was also running from the people who killed the boyfriend and his secretary. And so here she was running and hiding, and she gave up her good paying, wonderful job that she had as an executive, and she started teaching in a gym. She was teaching various classes in a gym when she meets this guy that teaches kung fu and other martial arts in a store next door, and she gets him involved because she found out that he had been a private detective before, and so she goes to him and starts to tell him her story. And they didn't hit it off in the beginning. They both just fought with each other constantly, but he decided he would protect her because it sounded like she'd gotten herself into a total mess, and besides, she was gorgeous to look at. And so it's just an intriguing story of the two of them and how they're not only dodging the law until they can prove that she didn't kill these people, but they're also dodging the people who did kill the people to try to stay alive. And then there's a point where she ends up thinking that perhaps the boyfriend she now has, this guy that's a private detective, she's starting to think, well, maybe he was one of the people who killed the other people. And so it's really a who did it, all the way through. You're just wondering from one minute to the next who did what. There's a lot of sex in it because she and this guy that was the private detective are very, very sexually attractive to each other. So there's a lot of sex, there's a lot of drama, there's a lot of intrigue, there's a lot of fighting, a lot of arguing. But all in all, it's an extremely good story, and I think you'll enjoy it. I enjoyed it. I loved it. I couldn't put it down. So take a look at it. It's called Out of Control by Shannon Mckenna, and it's an interesting novel that I know you'll enjoy. Thank you for joining me.